Universal Underground, welcome to it, man. Another epic jam session of the hottest house music podcast. Kicking it off for the very third time. Legendary spinner is in the building. Miggs, Foreal. And we're going to be discussing all things house music. And yeah, man, the man of the moment is out in here with us. Miggs, how are you doing, my brother?
You just said legendary. That's deep, bro. Like,
Legendary Miggs is in the
no,
building.
when I think of legendary, I think of like Ganyani. I don't know.
You're that guy. You're that guy for us.
A lot of people come to me saying,
Yeah.
what's your word legend? I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Mix for real, man. It's so good to have you here on the podcast. Welcome to the Universal Underground. And yeah, man. Today we're gonna be discussing everything about what made Miggs the superstar that we believe he is, and also discuss the humbleness in you, and just your journey towards where you are at the moment. So a big shout out to you, hailing all the way from Harangua. The platform is all yours. Please let everyone know who Miggs for real is.
Sure. Where do I begin? Well, I love music. I'm a cool dude.
Yeah.
Coming from a family, used to love music.
Yeah.
And still today, they used to collect a lot of music, a lot of vinyls.
Yeah.
And my late father had a lot of records.
Yeah.
Alexandra O'Neill,
Yeah.
Lionel Richie, you name it.
So
So
back in the days.
imagine every Sunday you wake up and there's vinyls and one, and then you're like, okay, since this is happening. And because I was surrounded by a lot of guys and a lot of people who love music, so I guess
it became a natural thing.
I just fell in love with music, and
So-
everything was just music.
So before it actually got to that, where you are actually exposed to the music, sometimes you had to go to school. How did you discover that? I did this lawyer, body pilot. This is not for me. Like just basically growing up. How was it like for you, man, as a kid? Were you that guy or being bullied? Were you a happy young one? Were you that guy Jola?
No, man.
Who was Miggs before the music? Like, Otagai Damani,
That's a very good question.
who was Miggs before the music?
Nobody ever asked me that question before. Well, in high school, obviously I was that DJ at high school.
Yeah.
Whenever there's functions, I was there. I was that guy or okay, connecting sound.
No, Mare Tomilega. There has to be some way it started. You can't just like, you know what, I'm gonna be a DJ. Like, where does it come from? Like, Korangua. Heno oya kretching owa no hiralanga wena, heno was kolong no hiralanga wena or ko skolo no hirala before you started fiddling with the music.
Obviously by the early 90s, I was still in school, obviously, and
Yeah.
staying in Haranku, I was staying just a block away from Nasty Nev.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Now that's the story we want.
On the other side, because
Yeah.
before they posted K.
Oh, okay.
So you could imagine on Sunday after church and
So-
on a bash.
It's safe to say you were caught in the mix.
Yeah. After church, when
Yeah.
there's a bash and I'm still young and go bashing, it's during the day, I'm thinking, let me just go pass.
Yeah.
And see, Mara, there's a sound ever connecting, there's music coming.
Is this at Nasty Nev or is this at Positive K?
K?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, Gara, let me just go around and
Yeah.
see what's happening. That time is around 4 o'clock. I got home at 1 o'clock.
This is you still in like high school or this is you in primary school? Middle school.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now how does it now transition from it, you listening to vinyls at home and then you starting to sneak out and exploring this DJ world, which, was not as safe as it is now, because of Vela Nagola no study curfew, no groovy 6 until 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How was it for you as a student, growing up? You probably can't even afford to be at a party because
Yeah.
Zaka transport or Zaka
still young
Hoja,
at the
Zaka-
same time.
Yeah, you're still young, and now you're caught in this world where there's your positive case, there's your nasty nerves. I don't even know if they were as big back then, or it was just a thing that they were big in the hood, and you admired them and you wanted to be in their space. And how did it become that thing, Hornejo? We embrace this young man. How did it work? We
Because
really want to
that day I went out and just to see where is this sound coming from?
Yeah.
This music that I'm hearing, that is so nice.
Yeah.
Where does it come from? Then I went, go Satsabo Neve. As I got
Did they
there,
know you as a kid from the hood, or
Yeah,
did you have
they
to go
know.
introduce yourself?
No, that time I didn't know him.
Yeah.
Then I got to his house. We connected the sound, big speakers.
Yeah.
Obviously, later on, it's going to be a bash.
Yeah.
Then I get there, I'm like, I look at him, he's busy mixing, sound checking. I'm like, yo. Those things are there at home. Those fun, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's happened? That
Yeah.
day changed my life.
Yeah.
That moment, by the time I went home, I told my mom and my dad, it's like, you know what? Nah. Yeah, and we're
gonna make them work. So how does it then now become that thing? Yo, Nastinev, you're doing this thing. It's so amazing. I have a pair at home.
Yes.
I wanna explore with this. How does it now then transition to it being you being interested in being a DJ?
You know what I did? Obviously, I went to a good school, if you know what I mean. I went to and where I met other guys.
Yeah.
Now with this white boy, and we was also into DJ. You know what
This
I
white
mean?
boy, Gema.
Yeah.
Who's this white boy? Spunuk Mas.
It was Ryan. Obviously, was big at that time, but what I did, and again, I used to check a lot of things on the newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of research. Hot level on Sowetan, there's a part that gig guide.
Yes.
Then I knew, okay, music or club. So
Oh,
there was a time with gig guiding, there was Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I remember back in the days they used to put gig gags on
Yeah.
your Sunday World,
Exactly.
Sunday Times,
Kanu.
and they'd give reviews on parties.
Exactly.
Okay,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
So you
Then
check that out.
I used to check. That was my favorite part of the movie newspaper section.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, this is where I'm gonna check out all the information. Then,
How old are you when this is happening?
bro,
Mixed cha.
yo, I was
Yeah.
still young, bro. I was like 14.
14.
Yeah, I was still young. Man.
So you started hustling in the music
yeah.
scene back then at 14 years old.
Yes, I'm 39 now.
Yo,
Like,
and then now how do you maneuver inside like this relentless industry? There's older guys who are making waves, and then now you need to go to a DJ school.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the same for everyone. Like
yeah,
I know,
back in the days, yeah.
I know if I told my mom that I wanted to go to a DJ school, she'd tell me straight up that you're telling me bullshit. Understand? So how did that come about for you? And successfully convincing your parents that you know what, this is a good investment. Take me to a DJ school, and obviously now you also cross that hurdle.
Yeah.
Then there's the next hurdle where you need to curate your music catalog. So now you had to convince them to pay for your music school, and then now there's a music catalog that also needs to be funded. How does it then come together? How does the story gel together now from
Alright.
checking out these gig guides
Yes.
to it transitioning to saying, okay, now I'm interested. I know where the music is being played. I want to do this myself. You're
Bro.
14 years by that time.
Yeah, at that time I'm going crazy. And,
Yeah.
I'm looking at these DJs. Already I know, okay, if Ganyane plays this music,
Yeah.
Nasne plays this music, because I was doing a lot of research.
Yeah.
I used to go to, whenever there were functions around Haramko, I'll just go and listen.
Yeah.
Just listen and go back home. And
Is there someone mentoring you while you're doing this?
That time, no one is mentoring me. You know
Someone
what happened?
knows.
You know what happened?
Yeah.
Then fast forward, as I was checking newspaper, I saw an ad
Yeah.
on the newspaper, AMU, Africa Media University at
Yeah.
Auckland Park.
Yeah.
At the Auckland Park, and it was run by DJ Spoo. Then I showed
Spoo.
it to my parents, like,
Yeah.
hey. I think I was in grade 8 or 9.
Yeah.
I need to attend this. And my dad says, woman, you're young.
Yeah.
You're still small. You go SABC, you get Papa. This is where I want to go. It says Saturday classes.
Yeah.
Then they took me there. Then I found DJ Spoo. No, get DJ, I go.
Yeah.
Tembisa info.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to be on Metro FM, blah, blah, blah. But now I can teach you or mentor.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
But you they said, okay, fine.
Let's do this.
What he wants. Then I went to DJ Spoo's class.
Blessed you are,
For 2
man.
years, man.
It's
for
always,
like
it's
2
always,
years.
it's always a nice thing when you have parents that support.
Yeah,
you know,
then by the time I was doing matric,
yeah, such dreams. You know, it seems far fetched.
yeah.
You know, to certain parents, but you know,
Imagine,
a big
but-
shout out that
yeah.
you know they were able to help you see.
So imagine by
see through.
matric, I knew what I wanted to do because
Yeah.
I went to this boo, spoke to my parents, like,
Yeah.
no, don't worry, this boy loves music.
Was DJ Boo as big as he was back then?
No, it was not even Musakasek. Any DJ go to be info radio.
Yeah, yeah.
At any vinyl, let down when I have like the vinyl, then I mix that.
Okay, so now you're in school. How do you start collecting your vinyls, or were you playing a cassette? How did that come together?
Right, you know, all I can say, God is good. By the time I was doing matric, around Pretoria there was DJ Syndicates. That's where I actually met Ryan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was a record store.
Okay, yeah.
There was one in Cape Town as well. So they were selling vinyls.
Yeah.
So I started going to record stores. Like, guys, no, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm attending a course.
Coco
Saturday
Josie.
is Boo.
So you had a full-on schedule.
Already, ready, I know what I
Wena
should
ka
do.
re batswadi ba bona ba o
The way he thought I
Ora
was-
YouTube ka re lapis, are mo keep bees.
So imagine after matric,
Yeah.
I don't know how I got a job, bro. I got a job at the record store in Hatfield.
Yeah.
That was in 2000. Imagine.
In 2000. Wow.
I
Some
got
of
a
us
job.
some of us weren't even imagining of being a DJ then.
I got a
Yeah.
job there because of I knew Ryan
Yeah.
a year ago at DJ Syndicate.
Okay,
and
sure.
That's when we started working together at Camino, and Camino changed into
What
Foreal.
was the name of the record? Yeah, I was about to ask. What
Yeah.
was the name of the record store? Because
Camino Records.
Camino Records.
All the big DJs in South Africa used to get music from me. I was the sales
Name drop.
consultant.
Name drop.
Like in
Satotli, my name drop. Yeah.
Everyone. You know what I mean?
It sounds
Greg
interesting.
Maloka. And I was just a small boy from.
You still look small, like that's the thing. Like someone would look at you and be like, music taga.
For 39.
Who would ever know?
Yeah, it's the jeans. So it's.
All right, so now you're selling music to Christos, to Vinny,
Yes.
and you know, obviously you have these contacts now,
Yes.
exposed to all these superstars.
Yeah,
and then now how do you network and you know take it to the next level?
Obviously, that time I'm a sales consultant.
Yeah.
There's other record stores. Me,
Yeah.
I'm in Camino at Foreal.
And then who are you competing against? Like there's other big brands. I know there was Pezulu,
Yeah,
or
there
if it wasn't Pezulu, before then it was Soul Candy. No?
Before Soul Candy was Sugar Tracks.
Sugar
Before
Tracks.
Everything was Sugar Tracks.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Konjo, what was the name of that one in SLN Street where there was a postnet or something? Because I remember
the
that
one
thing.
that was Flipside Records.
Yeah.
The one that actually came after. It was
It came
BK,
after. Oh,
where
okay.
Marangana was working. Bro, I worked before everybody was doing things.
Wow.
I think I was the only one of the first guys to ever work in record stores in Pretoria.
All right, all right. This
Yeah.
is very interesting. All right, let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Well, now you are at a record store. You're obviously making these contacts, and you know you're building a name for yourself. You're starting to
Yes.
become a reputable brand, or rather a reputable name
Yeah.
amongst the guys that are busy buying music from you. You know, how do you then now start moving it from it just being something that you're interested in to it now being Miggs or Boogie? How did that happen?
So already what happened is that Nasty Nev was hosting these parties.
Yeah.
That I grew up checking. I grew up going to those parties, checking them
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Then obviously I want to play.
Yeah.
Then I went to Nasty Nev in 1999.
So that was when you got your first opportunity.
Yeah.
No, you're
obviously,
metri.
99.
No,
yeah,
Sazanas game.
yeah, that time already.
Yeah.
I was with Spoo.
Yeah.
And I had ideas about music, and
Yeah.
I had my friend was Ryan.
Yeah.
He was there. He had vinyls, and our music was very different, obviously.
Yeah.
So, nasty.
Mm.
What's
Couple of slow. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember those days. Like I used to
you want a slot?
I used to do the same thing, but I never successfully did it. I don't know how you guys managed to
No,
do
I
it.
just want
Yeah.
a slot to fail. But I think what worked was the music.
It was the music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, whenever I used to get music, I made sure that the music that I was getting was different from the other DJs.
Yes.
I never wanted to play what other guys were playing. If
Yeah.
they were playing music from Oskido's album, I never wanted to play music from Oskido's album. I rather would play music from DJ Monde
Yeah.
or the late Iggy Smalls. Both
Yeah, both
the
late,
late,
yeah.
obviously. Yeah.
So
I always
so you were
source for-
selling exclusivity basically.
No, you have to source. There's
Yeah.
a lot of music out there. There's a lot of artists out there.
Yeah.
So if you source, you're gonna play something that people never heard before. But
Wow.
a lot of DJs were buying music that were played by other big DJs.
Oh, okay,
If
yeah.
Boo was playing Africanisms, other
Everybody
DJs
wants to play
would
Africanism with it.
Africanism. I was like, I don't want to be shipped. Nah, I can talk about Nkuna.
Yeah.
And follow. I'm
Yeah.
gonna create my own route.
Oh, okay, great.
And that route that I created is where I am today. You know what I mean?
A big shout out to you, DJ
Yeah.
Miggs. So now, obviously, you've gone through all of this. You know, you've convinced your parents that successfully, so as well. You know that you want to be a DJ, and you've obviously taken the steps. You've started collecting your music. You're rubbing shoulders with the right people. You went to school and actually completed. You're working at a record store, and you know you're making moves. You know, at what point did you feel like, you know what, hey Joe, this is too much? You know, energy and man, like, it doesn't even have to be back then. Like up until where you are now, I'm like, you know what, it's enough with music. I've played my part. Yankee Mela gave me. I'm giving up. Like, has there ever been that point for Miggs? Because there's someone who's out there is thinking like, Joe, you know, and obviously I would know because I have you on my socials and I see how you're constantly motivating these guys that say, I want to give up. You know, have you ever actually went through the same thing where you felt like, you know what, no, I've had it. Kalabang heta, man nogile, I'm out.
No, man, no ways,
Yeah.
bro. You must understand. Getting into music. When I got into music, then it was not about money.
Yeah.
Money was going out.
Yeah.
Money was not
Coming
in.
in. Yeah.
So it was all about, you know what? Let me just do this thing and see what happens.
Yeah.
If Banoka, I move on. The thing is, you know, when you
So
know
are
the
you
seed, white seed, yeah, orange.
Yeah.
Or you plant her into mumung, a rich soil.
Yeah.
What happens? When you water it,
Yeah, it grows.
then in the star.
Yeah.
Then after how many years? 15 years, you get the fruits.
Yeah. Basically.
It's a goal.
Yeah.
So you need to have a goal. You need to have a plan and a goal. So I had a plan, like, you know what, I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna get on the content thing out.
Yeah.
I'm a record store. I'm gonna look for a record deal so I can have an album, and I'm gonna gig. I'm gonna phone so waiting. Only like in the gig guide. Keep on gig guide and mix.
So that was the mission, and
You know what? You need to have a plan.
Yeah.
So giving up, a lot of people give up because of how tlhaele sepe ba o noka o feel gore it's again you've been doing it
pressures
for
of the
10
game.
years.
Yeah.
Joe, Nastinef it was 17 years.
yeah.
After 17 years, he won an award for Metro FM.
Yeah.
Imagine 17 years.
I remember him, especially at those days. Oh, what is house?
You know what I mean?
Big shout out to Nasty
Yeah.
Nev, man.
So
He's
now
contributed a lot.
you only the fruits are little later
Yeah.
if you really love this music, because it's like modimo wa rata, Joe. Look, I know hustle, man. At the
Yeah.
end, you have to win regardless.
Or for who you are. All right.
Regardless.
Well, all of these things have happened for Miggs. You know, you've made waves in game. What now becomes the highlight? Like when did you feel like, okay, Sharp, no, everything that I've done, like all the moves that you did. When did you feel like, Ajo, no, Brenda Miggs it? You know, I've put so much effort into it. My name is amongst the greats now, and I feel it. They feel my presence and they acknowledge my presence, because you might feel that you're there, but it doesn't really feel like it until you're acknowledged. So when did that moment come about to Miggs? For Miggs, you know, was it at Foreal, or was it when you at a gig somewhere? Like, when was that turning point for Miggs Aurajo? You know what? No, it's it.
Now, honestly speaking, I've never tasted to be that super mega star.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, and I became a DJ not to become a star boy. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to, as soon as my music was getting to people and everything, I was getting. I could see that I was inspiring people. That
Yeah.
was the most important part of it. You know.
Yeah.
When I star, I've been friends with other guys like who's sleeping.
Yeah.
Star. So
Yeah.
ke
While
tshaba
was
go
it
nna-
while was at the peak? I remember those days.
I
Yeah.
wanna where all people just go like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can eat that thing, but I know whenever I go to a gig in Cape Town, people will come to me and say, you know what, Nacho, thanks for the inspiration. Here's the album.
Yeah.
Thank you for the words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Thank you for, I took my son to your school and now he's playing.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking my son for an NYDA sector. Now he got funded.
Yeah.
You know, that was
was
are-
your purpose in music,
Yeah, those
you
are
know?
my highlights where I can able to
Yeah.
assist the next person. You know, like being that dude, like it's getting get tired about it. I can't see. I'm a normal guy. You know
No,
what I mean?
I hear what you're
I
saying,
live
yeah.
a normal person, a normal life. So I
Look,
I-
and a big shout out
Yeah.
to you about that, Miggs. You know, it takes a certain level of understanding, not just yourself, but your purpose in life. And you know, once you discover it, it's all the more fulfilling, you know.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next point of this interview, you know. Now I heard from the grapevines that you didn't actually go out to Soul Candy looking for the job to be a music lecturer. They came to you, and now all of this thing is unfolding. How true is that, and how did it actually happen? You know?
Even with the album,
Yeah.
the Foreal House albums,
Yeah.
The record label came to us.
Yeah.
Came to say, Miggs, we want you to release an album because we're making waves via your music.
Yeah.
With the Soul Candy institution with Boston, now they got to me, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I was just chilling, you know, smoking my weed.
Back. Bang, bang.
Yeah, like, hey, we're looking for Miggs. Like,
Yeah. And then was that something that was also aligned with what your purpose was about?
Yeah,
You
obviously.
know, was it something that you wanted to do, or did you get interested in it because you got the offer?
No, I was at Foreal from 2004.
Yeah.
We were selling vinyls. Obviously. So we had a DJ school at the back. So we were teaching people how to DJ. So they knew that there's a DJ school that is run by Miggs.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a lot of knowledge about teaching.
Yeah.
In terms of I had a knowledge, but in terms of curriculum.
Oh, okay. In terms of doing it by the book. Okay,
Curriculum,
great. Yeah.
certification.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
accreditations. You know what I mean? Those things I did not know of.
Yeah.
I only started to know them once I got to Boston.
Once you got
Then
to
obviously getting to Boston was like good shot.
All right,
Now
great.
I'm gonna learn how to create manuals. Now I'm gonna learn how to you
Yeah.
know give them certificates. You know,
Et cetera,
they're
yeah.
gonna give me a curriculum. Okay, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
Notes. All right.
Yeah.
Examination test. All right, I got it.
So you accumulated what you needed to accumulate, especially in terms of getting
Yeah.
teaching information. Then,
Exactly.
which brings me to my next question: is that's how you brought back Foreal, because there's Foreal.
Exactly.
Now you're doing your own thing.
Nah, but you know what?
That is some inspirational stuff, you know. Otomile Oruta at someone's institution,
Yeah, someone
and then
else-
now you're doing your own thing.
Yeah.
How are the challenges, man? Running your own business is not the easiest thing ever, and you are running a school and you're doing it alone. It seems
It's
you're selling DJ equipment. How does it happen? How does this work?
I like it there because it's something that I love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something that you know, I'm having a lot of people coming to me. I'm having a lot of
Yeah.
celebrities coming to my school. Guys, like it's weird.
Name drop.
You know what I mean?
I saw you teach Pinky Gale as well.
Bro,
Yeah.
Imagine watching is it ENC, whatever this news thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then 1 minute there's a lady who's like, okay, so DJ. 1 minute you
Yeah.
see a lady who's doing a show and who's presenting. on
Yeah. And
some
everybody
TV show.
wants to learn from
And
Miggs.
she's like here, like who? Like okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I don't get it. Like I'm just getting a lot of famous people from
Yeah.
radio, from TV
Yeah.
coming to my school.
Yeah.
I'm getting so much love. Maybe because of I've been doing it so much.
Yeah.
And
People trust
so,
you now.
for such a long time. Or maybe I'm a normal guy. You know,
People feel comfortable.
Yeah, they're happy.
All right.
I think that's the case.
A big shout out to you for that, Miggs. So now, obviously, we've got new world dynamics. You know, we're going through a pandemic. We went through a pandemic. You know, how was it like surviving and going through that, you know, depressing time for everyone?
Yes.
Safe to say for everyone. You know,
Yeah.
how did you go through that period as Miggs? You know, in terms of career-wise, and then how did you go through it in terms of you just being UT, the regular guy
Yeah.
from Harangua? How was it for, you know, both alter egos?
You know, bro, I was during pandemic. DJs would call me and would congratulate me
Yeah,
because that time I was selling equipment online.
yeah,
You know, this pandemic came at the right time. If you're selling DJ equipment online, CDJs,
Yeah.
speakers,
and you already have your profile.
already everything is there.
Yeah.
I mean, they are bored, they are home.
Yeah.
They just call you Mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're CDJs.
Yeah.
Because remote high, there's nothing happening.
So that was surviving COVID
For
for
me,
for
I was,
Miggs.
bro, now,
Yeah.
now this pandemic, I was
La
happy.
hustler.
Every single day, I even had a
Yeah.
permit.
Yeah.
Guys, with Pioneer and Pro Audio, like guys,
Yeah.
I'm moving equipment.
Yeah.
And that time I've created the combos.
Yeah.
If you remember, I had
I
combos,
remember, I
two
saw,
CDJs,
yeah.
two speakers for like 40,000. The
Yeah.
people used to send 40,000 in
buy.
my account, then I'll deliver.
You are such a great guy.
You know what
dog.
I mean? So,
You are such a great guy. Ke great man, so nana gore la ka tala wena no pokote.
na really on.
All right, man. So I guess for you as Miggs, it was easier. It's more
Yeah.
appealing because, like you said, the history in your brand, and it's easier for people to trust you because you're that guy. You blend in. You're not being a superstar. I hardly even see you at VIP sections.
Oh.
Kodi Pati, you're just that guy.
Ke nna le lona. Mona hore
Ne.
o win for you to win in this industry. Since we name
Yeah.
10 steps ahead. I
Yeah,
don't know we're
honestly.
selling music. So
Yeah.
since I can my next thing that I'm doing on it's an app.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can everything must be in an app.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So for Miggs, obviously now you've done your thing. You've survived COVID. You've successfully established your music school. You've done business with very big names.
Yes.
We've seen you on various platforms. Checking out some of your catalogs here. Giving Sahara. What are your most fond memories in terms of events? That event that you enjoyed the most. That one that touched you so bad that you felt like, you know what, Mohona, I'm going to treasure these memories forever.
Right, it's a lot of them, but if I have to remember,
There's always that one.
I used to be part of the Red Bull Music Academy
Yeah,
back between 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah,
Before
The way it
before
is now.
It is now.
yeah,
We used to travel the world, obviously,
Yes.
with the Red Bull Music Academy.
yeah,
And wherever I used to go, it's funny how when you leave home and you go to the next city or wherever,
Yeah.
and people just receive you and they just want to listen to whatever you have.
yeah. And Mau for star.
Yeah, it's not about more high mode. Since you have to play certain music so people can
Yeah.
go crazy.
And vibe to a certain style
other
of music.
places
Yeah,
You go out and whether you play dub house or any type of music,
they appreciate.
they'll just receive your music. So I think I enjoyed the Red Bull Music Academy more than any other.
So the
event.
entire experience
Yeah.
with it, it's not a specific festival,
Yeah.
but the whole experience with Red
Yeah.
Bull, which is a big shout out for you,
Yeah.
man. I know it's curated a lot of
Yeah.
superstars. A
Yes.
big shout out for Julian Gamaez. I know he
Yes.
also went through the ranks.
Transmixo.
Transmixo, Gulu
You
the
know what I
Song,
mean?
Black
Yeah.
Coffee.
Black Coffee,
Yeah. So a big shout out. It seems like we see the results.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all the things that we've always been looking for. Platforms that can take our brands to the next level, you know. And speaking about taking brands to the next level, just before we wrap up, you've been a teacher, Who
Yeah.
are some of the what are some of the most fond memories of you being a music teacher, especially at Boston now,
Yeah.
moving it to it being your own business? How was that whole experience like? Was that experience that fulfilling thing, or were you always looking for that one superstar you're gonna find amongst your students,
Nah.
and then Otoshiana Lien?
It's not about that.
Yeah.
If I have 20 students,
Mhm.
you're all my kids.
Yeah,
And obviously, right now I'm running a mentorship with the NYDA.
yeah,
That's the reason why I left Boston.
yeah.
Because at Boston, I'll teach you and leave you.
Oh, okay.
And after a year, they'll come back. Mix are not a geek.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
now I teach you for you, then I mentor you with the
NYDA program.
then they
Yeah.
help them with the funding
Oh,
of
my
whatever
goodness.
they want to do. So when it's a mentorship program, that is one thing.
Miggs, that is like some underrated shit. That
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yes.
Oh, a big shout out to
Until
you, my brother.
That's why I
Yeah.
left Boston because
Yeah.
Boston, it was nice in Boston. I'll
Yeah.
teach you. Then
I
you
remember
go.
you used to have me for guest lectures
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah.
you'd always have these students like
Yeah.
surrounding you with so much love.
So it's
So it was
sad when-
difficult like to understand why you would leave that,
When they come
but it
back,
makes sense
yeah.
now because of the mentorship program that you're also
mentorship is
pushing.
nice because that way you get to see and groom the kids.
Yeah. All right, Miggs is about to get onto the ones and twos. Before we get to that, man, we're gonna pop a quiz with you and get to find out, Pila, if you really know yourself as well as you know yourself. Oh, great.
Sure.
Oh, great. First paying gig for Miggs. Which year was this? First paying gig?
I remember. It was 2002.
2002. Mafilo guy
Cool
Miggs.
runnings.
Mafilo guy Miggs.
250.
$250.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me.
I was so happy. I bought 2 vinyls.
First car?
Wait, there's a what? There's another Honda Jazz.
Miggs, you're now thinking it's you,
No,
no?
Honda Jazz.
Did you drive about the
You
jazz?
know what happened with the Honda Jazz?
Yeah?
I wrote it off for Newcastle.
First girlfriend?
Lebunyana. Unfortunately, she passed away.
Asan, rest in
Yeah,
peace. She lives
yeah,
up.
she-
Which year was
yeah.
this? Lona nga re le thomile jola
Ay, ke kgale
boma
ke-
first year le na di late bloomers.
2000.
Lona ka le re le mo gave me.
My 98, 99. Ah man, I remember we broken up. Then after a year, then she. Bro, I wish I never broke up with her. Maybe she was gonna be alive.
Ne? Have you ever taken advantage of your groupies?
No.
No. Group Mix.
No.
Are you biased when girls like, ask you to play certain tracks for them? Like Miggs and like you're on a vibe, you playing your set there. Mutonyake, another song.
I think I'm focused when it comes to women, guys. I think I can really scan. That's why my school is 80% women.
All right. So who's your favorite artist? You know, that artist that you looked up to growing up, and you probably looked up to them still now.
Yeah, no, I've listened to a lot of DJs, a lot of artists.
So who's your favorite artist now? Right now.
Right now.
Yeah. Right now. Come on, have you some mix?
Oh, DJ or artist?
Artist.
Sure.
Artist.
I got Drake.
Who's your favorite DJ then?
Nasty Never.
Nasty
Any
Never.
time of the day.
Any time of the day. All right, and then if you were going to pick into, the upcomings, who's your favorite upcoming DJ artist that we should be looking forward to? You know, all I'm Miggs are feeling or an arm of 2, 3, 5 years, he's gonna pop. Who's that person for Miggs?
Beside you, I can never like, because when you're making big moves, when I can learn to brag, I go hatela. Just well, just well.
The Jazz. A big shout out to Jazz. He's amazing. If you haven't heard of him, check him out, man. He's amazing. Yeah. A big shout out to that, man. So Miggs, thank you so much for coming through and hang out with us on the Universal Underground. You've got lots of people who admire you, who love you. Before you get into the ones and twos, is there any message, any shout out that you might want to give and inspire some of the people that are looking forward to meeting you one day and looking to reach such amazing extents that you did?
The sky is not even the limit. Anything that you want to achieve is doable.
It's doable.
Ask me. I know. I've been doing these things for maybe like 20 years right now. But only now I'm eating the fruits. Only now.
Only now.
You may think for the past 5 years, 6 years,
you were still busy.
Miggs is living the life. We're not getting happy, no.
All right, man. So what should we expect on your set? Are we going old school, deep tech, retro? Are we singing along?
Your normal house music.
Normal house music.
Good house. I'm not gonna play deep. I'm not gonna play deep.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play tech. I'm just gonna play house music.
House music.
Overall.
All right, man. Before you get out of here, please give us your socials. Where do people get to book you? Who are you on your socials? And
Miggs Foreal.
who do we contact?
MIGGS Miggs Foreal.
On Instagram at
Miggs Foreal.
On Instagram it's at Miggs Foreal. One word, right?
Yeah.
On Facebook
Miggs Foreal.
Miggs Foreal. How do people get to email you if they want to book you?
MiggsForeal@gmail.com.
MiggsForeal@gmail.com.
Oh yeah.
Any contact numbers that we can hit up?
MiggsForeal.
Referee number.
072-888-9459. Cling cling. Miggs Foreal.
All right, man. A big shout out to Miggs Foreal, man. Thank you so much for coming through and hang out on the Universal Underground.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to your DJ set, and just like that,
hi people.
It's a wrap, man.
decide for yourself. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
keep my feelings quiet. Just then, I try to pull apart, and when I think I'm free, it's love. Songs get tugging at my heart, and when
tell you a little something. I don't know about this man coming in and out of your life, but I know he's not coming in and out of my life. So many days I tried to hide all the hurt I felt inside, holding on to what I thought was right. And then come to find out you putting yourself all around town, I'm gonna get right over you. You're not coming in and out of my life no more. I'm gonna get over you. Yes, I am. Oh, yeah.
yo. Let me tell you about this place over on Ashburn, man. You don't want to go Cedar. You don't want to go Birchwood. You want to go straight to Ashburn. That's where it's popping. It's just pumping out that smooth jazz, man. Yeah, ain't no place like it. You just take your girl up there and you just hear that sexy ass fucking saxophone riding on the beat. And you just want to dance to that motherfucker. 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. This place just don't stop, man. It's just popping. There's always something going on at Ashburn. Yeah. Let's get down. Woo. Come on.